Hi all. Last week we participated in the Darm Battleground. We ended up getting runner-up to our favorite team, Key Data. But we figured we wanted to put together a quick video for you to share what we shared at Darm. And let's dive in. We called it Wheelhouse Fully in Control. What we shared at Darm is that next week we're launching our newest version of Wheelhouse. But before we do that, let's take a quick step back. So in 2021, our team focused on building the industry's first fully transparent pricing platform. Transparency was a huge theme for us last year. In short, pre-21, our space and really the revenue management space in general required people to trust us. In 2021, Wheelhouse introduced the concept of Audit Us. And what does this look like? It basically looked like rejecting the notion that there's secret sauce. Teams that don't publish any research, have no testing methodologies. We don't think that teams that have no published research should be in charge of people's pricing, in short. So our big product push in 2021 around Audit Us was, why hide anything? This is, for a lot of you know, the reason behind us publishing our research, our testing methodologies, making everything on Wheelhouse fully auditable. And in 2021 at Darm, this won Innovation of the Year, Product won Innovation of the Year. At Darm, we kind of wanted to stand on stage and thank people because, in truth, it was a great award, but also it kickstarted a lot of conversations with professional operators. And through those conversations, many operators, many of you potentially taught us something pretty interesting, which is, great, you won an award, but dynamic pricing has been built backwards. This was the surprising learning in the last 12 months. And what do we mean by that? So what we mean by that is the old way, and Wheelhouse has been guilty of this too. We really started by building a data-driven pricing engine first and have added controls on top, ways to control that pricing engine. And what we learned from large operators last year was that we should have started with you and your strategy and then enabled you to bring in data-driven pricing on your terms. And this year, we decided to rebuild Wheelhouse. Next week, that's what we're launching. We're launching a product we call Fully in Control, and we're going to walk through it. But let's walk through it from the perspective of Emily. So what you can see, and this is going live next week, is even during setup of Wheelhouse now, things are going to look different. You'll now have the chance to either go straight into data-driven pricing, as we're showing on the left side here, or at the bottom, you could start by building your own pricing engine. Now, that pricing engine won't use demand signals. It won't change automatically as demand changes near you. But that is what some of you want. You want full control of your model. When you import your rates now with Wheelhouse, you'll have the ability, so in this case, Emily actually shows that she wanted to do data-driven pricing, but she can still keep the strategy she's been using for however long she wants. She import pricing for the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, however long she wants. She can even keep all of her own pricing. So again, Emily is fully in control as she's setting up Wheelhouse. Now, let's say a couple weeks later, Emily has decided that she disagrees with the seasonality settings for her. They were data-driven. Now she wants to switch it over to manual. As you can see, Wheelhouse has rebuilt all of our settings and made it so each setting now can use data or it can be fully structured however you want. So we're taking every aspect of our pricing and putting it back in your hands. So why is this important? Well, the big important thing is that historically pricing solutions have forced you into a binary choice. That is, you could either use rule-based pricing or data-driven pricing, and there's a trade-off. The trade-off was that if you use rule-based pricing, often as you scale your portfolio, you just had a ton of rules that were difficult to control, and you were lacking the ability to bring in any sort of demand-driven pricing signals, right? So a lot of people book near you. You usually want to respond to those booking signals. You can't do that if you just have rule-based pricing as of today. On the other hand, on data-driven pricing, the knock is that you sacrifice control. So we wanted to change a binary choice into a spectrum. That means you can do rule-based pricing, data-driven pricing, if, when, where you want it, and really anywhere in between, right? You can have some semblance of rules, and you can start to bring in data anywhere you want. In our minds, before, you had to choose between the lesser of two evils. Wheelhouse's goal in the last year has been to enable you to have the best of both worlds. So how else does this look? Basically, again, reframing the setup and strategy, you now can use data-driven pricing in any aspect of your price engine. You don't have to. Again, you don't have to trust our data yet. You can link and build your own strategy. It's super easy, super fun, and again, gives you perfect control of every single price. But there's actually more that we shared. So the theme of fully in control extended to every aspect of Wheelhouse's product. For example, some of you haven't seen the new rebuilt portfolio settings. What you're seeing here is we've rebuilt filters, we've added tagging, we've redesigned how you're able to control the data that you see. But we wanted to put people fully in control of their portfolio at scale, meaning you can now come in and adjust settings across portfolios or across certain listings ever faster. Tagging is really important for grouping, filtering down to a group of listings you want to change or evaluate, and Wheelhouse has made that easier than ever. We also want you in control of your numbers. So what this shows is the new booking tab on Wheelhouse. A lot of you have seen this, but this is, we're looking at a pickup report here. We also now have the ability for you to add a budget in, so you can come in and see how you're tracking to budget. Let's say you fall behind your budget line. Well, now you can toggle back to that portfolio view, to your tape chart, and filter down to a set of listings and really easily make changes. You can see we just launched this new ability to create custom rates where you can have specific prices on specific days of the week. So full control of your custom rates. Really cool. All of these improvements are designed to give you, yes, full control, but also your time back. And the impact is actually pretty tangible. The way I like to say, and I've worked on dynamic pricing for 8+ years, but we've never made someone cry, even when we've gotten the much bigger bookings. People often write us and say, like, oh, I got twice as much money as I thought I was going to get. Well, we've never made someone cry from data-driven pricing, but we have made people cry from fully in control. And the reason for that is that we're giving people their time back. People who used to spend 40 hours a week managing rules across all these different listings are now accomplishing that in 2 hours. We're giving them peace of mind, stability back. It's been a really powerful change to the platform. So to be clear, we still believe in the value of transparent and data-driven pricing. And yes, we're still eager for other teams to publish any research at all. Anything more than a blog post would be great. It's time to publish your research if you're doing dynamic pricing. However, this year, our customers reminded us that software needed to be centered around you. 2 years ago, dynamic pricing was a black box. You could either choose between control or a scalable portfolio. Again, you had that binary choice, and your pricing system was centered around data. Today, yes, we're still centered around data, but we're fully transparent. You can have both control and scalability, and dynamic pricing is centered around you. So that's what we shared at DARM. We call it Wheelhouse Fully in Control, and we're really excited to share it with you over the coming weeks. Thanks so much. Bye.